you know, what was her background? So she graduated, she dropped out of school after the first year. She said it was too hard for her. She became a server for like a semester. And then her mom doesn't have the greatest health. So her mom's on the older side. And as I got to know her, she was what's it called? You know, she told me she was molested by her dad or some stuff. I don't know, a lot of guilt tripping into it. I felt bad for her, and then I don't know. She made money from, I guess, my dick, but I didn't really see the profits of that.
She used your eggplant, bro. She gets some
Yeah, she really
royalties from
did.
that thing. Oh
No, I
man.
know. But we coped. Oh, and I coped with it. You know, I stopped for a long time. I was battling it from 12, I would say,
Hmm.
but it's been on and off. But I've noticed what's it called? I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty much manipulated into it. But no, she did not delete the videos. She still sells them. Whoever said that in the comments. But yeah, I think that's what happened. But I don't know. I've noticed
How much does
that,
she make?
dude. It was crazy. Like the first thing she convinced me into was like it's like a 2 minute 20-second video doggy style. The shit made 8K within 8 hours, and um, I have no idea how. Like that's crazy on how much it sells on there. But
How long ago was that?
this was about 2021. So I'm 24 now. I haven't dated anyone since. I mean, I have, but like, it's just like this one is imprinted on me for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But
How many hours has it been since 2021? 24,000 hours. 24,000 times 1,000 hours. $1,000 an hour. Assuming that it continued to make $1,000 per hour, which it probably didn't.
yeah,
That's
there's always a
24,
peak and a
$24
plateau.
million dollars.
Yeah, she did not make 24 million, but
Yeah.
she was able to buy a Model 3 long range in full
Yeah.
by 20 years old. I was 21 at the time, but she told me I would not get the car that I have in my profile picture, but I was able to do it after a year. Not through OnlyFans, but through TikTok digital marketing and
Through like ethical channels.
yeah, ethical
Yeah.
channels. I worked, but she made me lose a year and a half of college. I took a year and a half of college off, but it destroyed me for sure.
You should, you
But
should, you should. A bunch of people in the comments. I don't know if you're reading them. They're saying like sue her, get your money back, send a cease and desist, whatever. You should do that and then donate it all to something like Fight the New Drug or something like that, which is an
yeah,
anti-porn site.
I really feel like this is the pathway. Like people say weed is the gateway drug, but this is the gateway drug.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Uh,
didn't.
I don't want to get too sidetracked on the whole OF story because I know you've shared some nuggets in here that obviously are worth abuse and you being taken advantage of all that. So are you struggling with porn today or in this season of your
Uh,
life?
I would say like when things are not going my way, yes,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um,
to use
I
it as
failed an
a coping
exam.
tool.
Yeah, I would say a coping tool.
Hmm.
But
Misty says she has legal experience and she'll help you for free. In my experience, the best kind of legal advice is free legal advice from people who have legal experience on TikTok. So you should take her up on that.
okay.
That was a joke. If you're serious about it, go find a real lawyer.
Yeah, yeah. We can just add that one accident lawyer guy instead.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you're our great lawyer, Misty. I don't know, but um, you're a lawyer, really, Faith?
No, no,
Oh,
I'm
you.
not
Oh,
a
so Misty
lawyer.
did actually go to law school. Okay, all right, good. Well, I stand corrected.
Yeah,
I apologize, Misty. You should talk to Misty. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
but all right. Thank you for having me.
All right, later, bro. Sorry, Misty. I have to admit I threw you right under the bus, but I apologize. I'll take the bus. I'll take one for the team. You'd help out a principal. Nice. All right, who wants to? I want to argue with a dude. Where are the dudes to argue with? I'll bring a woman on. Hashtag call Misty. All right, thank you. Good. I'm glad you're a good sport, Misty. Should I try to bring on dudes to argue with, or anybody? I watch it, I feel like I'm losing my connection with my boyfriend. Yeah, because porn kills love. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men who are dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with partner betrayal trauma. If you're interested in learning about what I offer, you want to talk more, you can schedule a call with me in the link in my bio or join one of my coaching groups. You won't regret it. We do need Pradeep back. He hasn't been on in a while. Although I haven't been on as much as I was for a while. So here we are. All right, I'm going to bring this dude on. Maybe he wants to argue. Mike? He looks like an arguer. How do I join the group? Go to the link in my bio. Sign up for my coaching group. He's tending to the goats. He's what did he say? The chicken is out of the bag or whatever. Heavy on the partner betrayal trauma. Sorry, Kaylee. Sorry, that's a tough spot to be in. No, it's normal. Corn's fine. Just don't be weird about it. All right, Mike's not here. All right, we'll go to the top of the list. Oh, Misty grins. Top of the list. Oh, also, if you guys would follow my backup account, Austin Hamilton, I'd appreciate that. Follow my backup account. We're past 500 now, but I want to get it up so I can start creating some other content on that account. Hey, Misty, what's up?
Hey, just wanted like a quick
Yeah.
kind of info. So I have some personal experience with this.
Yeah.
My husband and I have been married for 16 years, monogamous relationship, have a daughter together. And at first, when we first started dating, I will be honest, I had past trauma from experience it with other relationships where it was like kind of deceitful and it became an addiction with the partners that I was with and ex-boyfriends. And then it kind of like over time, both my husband and I kind of came to agreement of like, you know what, combined agreement that I think it depends on the relationship for my personal relationship, I think that definitely it is cheating, and more to that, it's like a stepping stone of cheating in the sense that it's just like the beginning piece that once you start, it can become addiction and be an addictive. If you have an addictive personality, that it can easily ruin a relationship and possibly a marriage. But then I have friends on the opposite side who think that it's like the best thing ever, and in their relationship, it's not cause any issues. So I feel like my whole perspective on it is
Not yet. It hasn't.
yeah, and that's kind of where I'm like, I guess it's per relationship. But for my husband and I, we're just like, no, it's definitely something where I'm like, you should be with your spouse, your significant other, instead of watching a device, you know? And so even though it's not physical touch, it's still you're giving someone else attention and time that you could be with your spouse. So that's like my whole mindset on it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw it out there from a female perspective.
Yeah, you're the not lawyer, right?
Yeah. So I went to law school and then just decided that after law school and being in $180,000 in debt in San Diego, I was like, you know what? Not really for me. I just kind of moved over and started my own business and kind of did that. And yeah.
Did you say 108 or 180?
180 for 3 years.
So you got to the end. You got to the end and got all that debt and then gave up.
Got all to the end and was like, "Yeah, don't want to do this as a career. I'm good. I'm gonna change now before I get myself in a bigger hole." And I took it as a $180,000 lesson. That you know what, make sure that you really want to do it. You know, I will say, actually, it was a very expensive lesson, but I learned in the process that I love business and.
Well, having a legal foundation is great for business. I mean, even though you're
right, and so that's kind of how I give back. Right, and that's kind of how I give back is I help a bunch of friends and family if they ever need legal assistance. You know,
all right. So you weren't joking. Yeah, I love that. So
yeah, no, I wasn't joking.
Yeah, here's a question though. If I were to do my life over again, I probably would have gone to law school and I wouldn't have watched porn. what would the case be there? Because if he consented to being in the videos, presumably he consented to it. He knew she was making money. What case does he have?
He has a case that when the relationship ended, she continued to make money and wasn't compensating him. So at that point, when the relationship ended, because he wasn't compensated, it's essentially the same thing. I mean, it depends on the state, essentially, right? Like I'm in
Yeah.
California. So in California, it's loss of income. And then I mean, I know that he had stated that he hadn't been in a relationship since. So then, okay, well then now it ties into emotional distress, even though
Right.
he's basically in the eyes of the law, he's seen as like a general contractor at that point, or like I'm like a general not an employee, but like in that sense. And because it could be he can go after a loss of income, and he can also go after the emotional distress, and she would be essentially on the hook for compensation to compensate him.
Yeah.
He could
So you,
prove that it affected his life personally.
yeah. So basically, you make the case that while they were together, the understanding was we're benefiting the couple, and then when he
Mutually, yeah.
mutually,
Right.
and then when the relationship ended, that was a loss of income. She's still using it. Okay, so you're actually a good lawyer too.
Thank you.
I love that. You should have been a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Audi guy. He said it was in Ohio and AZ. Here's the thing, though, man, and correct me if I'm wrong, Missy, but it depends on how much money we're talking about. If it's like
Right, of
25,
course.
50 grand, nobody's going to take your case. It's got to be like hundreds of thousands of
Yes
dollars.
and no. I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, you have some attorneys that take pro bono cases because they're trying to give back to, essentially people, and they take cases on that are entertaining and fun to them. And, I've done the same thing. I've taken cases on that didn't make a penny off of it, and I've spent more hours on it than cases where I've, argued and made great money. However, it's like one of those things, is you just kind of give back. And if it's like anything else, like picking up a book, I'm going to read a book that I'm interested in or watch a movie I'm interested in versus something I'm not, kind of situation. So
Yep.
depending on the state, yeah, he can totally go after like a loss of income, the PTSD and trauma, and the emotional distress it's causing him on his personal life and relationships. Like there's so many avenues he could go down that it could definitely be beneficial.
Nice. So did you finish law school and pass the bar?
I didn't take the bar. I actually did all my practice tests for it, and then I didn't finish. I think I was like a semester away from graduating when I left.
How can you
So
actually like do lawyer stuff if you didn't pass
I can
the
do it
bar?
as I can basically do it under attorneys that I've worked for and done hours with in the state of California. Kind of very similar to like Kim Kardashian. I can practice with other attorneys. So essentially at the level of a paralegal,
Got it.
and I work on cases that way. But yeah, now I just pretty much I do a lot of actually the majority of cases I started doing over the last couple years and helping with have been either personal injury cases or family law cases.
Got
So
it.
yeah.
Got it. Cool. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm glad we got
Yeah,
to chat.
of course. Yeah, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, you too. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, that was fascinating. Love that. All right. Like and share, people. If you want, who is that person who wanted to argue? Kenia? Here we go. Great. I'm feisty tonight. I want to argue. Here.
Hi, yes, that's me.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, so I've been listening to this for probably like the past 10, 15 minutes, and I find it really interesting to hear, everyone's opinions.
Okay.
I definitely think that I think it's one of those things that is very controversial. Like for me, I personally think that it is, but I also have friends who very openly talk about their partners watching porn and they're
What's your
okay
view
with
on
it.
pornography in general?
In general, for me, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't watch it, and I wouldn't want my partner watching it.
Okay.
But I also think it's one of those things that's really based on your personal experience and maybe trauma from past relationships that you have. Because if you've had really healthy relationships where maybe you've been open about things like this, then, maybe you are okay with that. But I think in a lot of instances, whenever it comes to these things, usually you find out because someone was hiding it.
Yeah, oftentimes you do. What do you want to argue about?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of comments coming from men, and they're like, no, it's not because, you know, it's not something that's happening in person. But I think regardless of what, you know, the format is, it's cheating regardless.
I thought you wanted to argue with me.
Well, I want to argue with all the people saying that it's okay.
Well, then go create your own TikTok. All right. Well, all right. I'll leave
I
you
just
on
wanted
here.
to throw
Okay,
in those
I'll
2
leave
cents.
I'll leave you on here, and I'll bring on the Cosmic Mania. All right. And by the way, will you guys follow my backup account, Austin Hamilton? Please follow my backup account right there. Appreciate it. Wow, somebody even gave my backup a gift. Love that. Cosmic Mama. What's up?
My name's Cosmic Mama.
All right. It
Yeah.
sounds like you. Hold on. It sounds like your microphone's like underneath a pillow.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, so much better. All right.
I think my pinky was over it. My name's
Okay.
Cosmic Mama, and I
What's
want
up,
to
Cosmic Mama?
argue.
All
I
right.
want
What do
to
you want to
argue.
argue about? Is porn
I
cheating? Let's
don't
start
think
there.
it's cheating. I don't think it's cheating
Okay.
unless, okay, let's say, like you said, you had a porn addiction. In that sense, okay, I can understand that. But like, I watch porn. My partner watches porn, but like, I would never want to really sit down and watch porn with my partner. And I respect that he does it because sometimes I don't want to. I mean, are we gonna be vulgar on here or are we like
There's a line.
okay? If I don't want to do certain things, like I'm on my monthly cycle. I don't feel like if he were to go to the bathroom and watch porn. Number one, I'm not going to listen to it. Number one, I don't even want to know that he's doing it because I feel like it's a private thing, especially if it's, you know, like I've searched what he, like I've obviously, when we first started dating, I was like, you know, what is he watching? I'm not going to be with some fucking weirdo, but I don't see a problem with it. I watch porn and I would be embarrassed if he like,
So
you know,
if you're on your cycle, you're like, yeah, go masturbate while watching other women have sex.
my
You're fine
point
with
is,
that?
it's not my business if he goes and masturbates. And if he does and I find out, I think I'm like, ooh, you masturbated. I'm not going to shame him for it. You know, like,
So you think it's you like the fact that he gets aroused while watching other women have
no,
sex and masturbating to it?
yeah, it's not. No, it's literally just like
How's that
a
different from what
friend.
you just
It's none
said?
of my business. It's none of my business. My friend fucking sorry. It's none of my business if my friend masturbates. Right? It's not my business if my friend like.
Hold on. Are we talking about your friends or your
No,
romantic
we're talking about
partner?
my partner. I'm just saying, like in a sense, I respect him as I would a friend,
Well,
and
here's
also my
here's
partner.
why maybe it should be your business, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you're degrading women in private, you're going to degrade women in public.
Am I degrading women in private?
I don't know. Are you?
Like I understand
Do
the
you
sense of like
degrade
there's
women in private?
no the fuck.
Do you watch porn?
Sorry. Yes.
Do you think pornography is
Sometimes
degrading to women?
it can be just like anything else can be, just like photography, modeling, YouTube, TikTok. But
Okay.
I
So
mean, what I
So there's a
go ahead.
reason why men do certain or people do certain things when they watch porn. For example, 88% of porn scenes depict acts of physical aggression or violence. So when men do all these things, we're like, oh my gosh, where'd they learn that? They learned it from the porn.
I mean, if
And then it
my
carries around the
husband,
world. I talk to a lot of guys who watch porn and they're like, yeah, when I go around in the world, these are the things I think of towards those people. You would never know the thoughts going through their head, but that's what they think. That's why it does matter
what's
what
the,
happens in
so
private.
what's the difference if you're having sex with your partner and you're thinking about your partner? I just don't see it as cheating.
Okay.
I don't. It's a private thing. Like I said, unless like your partner's looking up,
Okay,
you know,
what are some
there's a
examples of things
line.
your partner might do in private where you would have an issue with it?
If he was looking up extremely inappropriate stuff, that like I said, there's a line. You know what I mean?
Okay,
There's a
where's the
line.
line? Where's the line?
If he was looking up CP or you know some
Okay,
horrible nasty shit that's out there, you know what I
okay,
mean? Of course, I would be just I wouldn't even want to be with my
yeah.
partner at that point. But if it's just casual lust or a big booty, like I would
I
I
gotta
would look at
tag this
his.
paragraph in this book. There's this great line that if I had it right now, it would just be a mic drop. But unfortunately, I don't. It basically talks about how cheap and easy it is to CP. We can all agree that that's a problem. Therefore, it gives us an excuse
Absolutely.
to not think anything else is a problem. It's all a problem, though.
TikTok's a problem. And we're on TikTok. Am I wrong? Hey, hey,
Why?
hey. Am I
Why is
wrong?
Well,
I
people
mean, we have
certainly get
some
addicted
crazy
to
shit on
social media.
TikTok.
People
There
certainly
are
get
some
addicted to social
crazy.
media. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. But you can
absolutely.
make that argument with anything.
I just don't. Me and my partner have such mutual respect. We've been together for 9 years. We have children together. We've been sleeping in the same bed for every single night for 9 years.
Do you
And
have an
we have a great,
expectation that your partner only has eyes for you?
I wouldn't assume that. I mean, there's tons of attractive people out there. There's
It's not
tons
what I
of
asked. That's
everyone's,
not what I asked.
you're
That's not what
attractive.
I asked.
Okay.
Do
I'm
you
sorry,
have an
ask the question again.
expectation? Do you have an expectation that your partner only has eyes for you? And you know what I'm talking about, that gaze. Do
Like
you have
lust, like if you look at someone, you're like, damn, they're
lust
fine.
is different. That he only has eyes for you, that he only gives you that look. And you know the look I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he gives me that look. He
Okay.
gave me that look
No, the
before bed.
question is, do you have an expectation that he only has eyes for you?
Yes,
Okay, so
but I
then
do not
how do you
think.
reconcile that with his pornography use?
What about my pornography use? You're talking about him. If we're going to argue, the best way is to argue about me. I watch
Dude,
porn
you
also
got to go into politics. You are amazing at not answering questions. Are you in
because I
politics?
feel like it's because I kind of answered it already. I feel like it's a
Can't even
private
answer that
matter.
question. Okay, so what in private could he do besides CP, which everyone would agree? What else in private could he
Horrible
do
stuff in general.
that you would not be okay with?
If he was actually fucking cheating, if he was talking to other women, if he was
Okay, define
looking
cheating.
for,
At what point does cheating become cheating?
okay, come on, common sense. Go into someone's DMs, liking tons of photos, showing an interest, like,
Be
hey,
specific.
I want
Be
your number.
specific.
You're beautiful, or talks in person, gets their number, talks, starts flirting, goes out on a date, etc. But watching porn, these are
Hold on.
strangers.
Concisely, in like one or two sentences, at what point does cheating become cheating?
When you're cheating. I mean, I feel like everyone understands
Okay.
what the aspect of cheating is. That has nothing to do with porn.
Cheating by definition is going against the agreement. It's going against an agreement. It's breaking rules. So at
Okay.
what point does cheating
All right.
become cheating?
In our world, I'm so stuck on that because I don't understand. I feel like it's a common sense what cheating is. I mean, I guess if you have different beliefs, like you said earlier, your religion or whatnot, like obviously, but not everybody has the same religion.
Okay. Does cheating begin at the moment of insertion?
You know, sexually or
Yes.
just talk? Absolutely.
No.
I mean,
Hold on.
yes. If
Did
my
you hear
husband
my
had sex with
question?
somebody-
Did you hear my question? I said, does cheating begin at the moment of insertion?
No, it begins before that.
Okay. Where does it begin?
Showing interest in each other. I don't
What
going
is
behind
your
your partner's
partner?
back.
What is your partner doing when he's showing interest to hundreds of women on his phone?
He's not, but if he were to,
Why is he looking at them if he's not interested in them?
he's not looking up. He's literally, this dude is so amateur. He would type in big butts.
Hold
and
on.
on the first
Your
video.
words are that cheating is when you show interest in another person who's not your partner. So if he's showing interest to many women on a phone, how is that not cheating?
Okay. Emotionally,
according to your definition that
physical
you just
touch.
gave?
How about this? Physical touch and emotionally. There you
Okay,
go.
okay. So physical touch.
Easy.
So if you touch another person, is that cheating?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
If I were to touch somebody, that would be I would feel like I just cheated on my husband. Yeah. I mean, shaking someone's hand, no, but sexually, absolutely.
Okay. So shaking someone's hand is cheating. Is that what you said?
Absolutely not. I'm saying it's not. I'm trying. You're asking me a
shaking
question.
hands is
I'm
not.
just trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
what if so at the moment you touch is cheating. So if you send somebody a DM saying, "Hey, I'd like to do all these things to you," that's not cheating?
He's not telling anybody that. Neither am I. I am not. If I'm watching porn and my partner is at work.
Hold on. I said if he were to send somebody a message and said,
I'm
"Here are
just,
all the
okay,
things
this
I
is where
want
I'm
to do
getting
to you," would
aggravated
that be
because
cheating?
we're talking about my partner. Your question is porn cheating? I'm saying it's not. I don't cheat on my partner. I watch porn. I don't want people coming on this live assuming that we're talking about my cheating husband or no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, is porn cheating? Is porn cheating? Nothing to do. I could be
If
single. I could be single right now dating somebody.
By your definition, cheating starts if one partner touches another partner. So if one partner in a relationship sends a DM on social media, for example, to somebody else and says, "Hey, here
Yes,
are all
it's
the things I'd
cheating.
like." Okay, so reconcile
Absolutely.
that for me with your previous statement where you said cheating begins when somebody touches another person.
What does that have to do with porn?
Why can't
What
you
does that
answer
have to do? What does that
questions?
have to do with me going on Pornhub, typing in porn as a?
Why can't you
This is
answer the
so this is
question?
so private and
Why
so
just
it's
look, I
so.
don't Cosmic Mama, I don't care what your belief is. I just want to extract what you're thinking. That we're having a discussion here.
No,
I
it
don't
says
care where
is
you
porn
land.
cheating right there on your forehead.
Yeah. And it's the beginning point of a discussion. If right? You could have just come on here and said yes or no, but you've been on here for 10 minutes and 4 seconds and you're still talking. There's a reason why you're still on here. And what I make up of it is your
If
beliefs
you
are being
cut me off,
challenged
I
here.
got off. If you cut me off, I would literally go inside and could probably get a drink of water because I'm thirsty and go to bed. But no, I'm
You
interested
can
in
leave.
talking to you. No,
Yeah.
I'm here. Shit. I like you. I'm not, there's no hate here, but I really am just over here like, I don't cheat on my partner because I watch porn. Like, if I had a
Yeah.
porn addiction, absolutely, that would be a
Do you
problem.
do you think a
Just like
woman's body is
alcoholism.
do you think a woman's body is a marketplace?
I believe that sex work is sex work whenever a grown woman, that's sex work. Now,
Do
do
you
I
think a
agree
woman's
with sex
body is a do you
trafficking
think
and
a
porn?
woman's
No,
body is a marketplace?
no. You want to know? Let's saw this. When
Okay.
I was
Then why do
17,
you
I got put on
participate in
Pornhub.
the marketplace of buying women's bodies?
Y'all do it on fucking TikTok. There's some crazy shit on TikTok. Again,
I'm
like we're
not
back to
talking
that.
about people on TikTok. I'm talking about you who said you watch porn. And you, on one hand, you said you don't believe in
I
sex
don't
work.
watch porn all the fucking time,
And
but I have watched porn. Like if
that's
it
a
happens, it
nice. That's
happens.
yeah. Geez, that elephant. Perfect timing. So if a woman's body is not a marketplace, do you think a woman's body is a marketplace?
No, but if a
Okay.
woman were to
So
be
then
in sex work, that's her
why
business.
do you participate in fueling the idea that women's bodies are marketplaces?
Because I can go on porn and do what I privately, like everybody else in the world, and it's over with. And later
Okay.
on, me and my partner are fine.
Look,
And if he were to know, he would never be like, "Oh, you're cheating on me."
so
After
your
9 years of
actions
dating him.
indicate that you do think a woman's body is a marketplace, and you're a willing consumer and participant in that.
Do you think that child labor is good? Don't you? I'm sure you buy shit off TikTok. I'm sure you buy shit from
I've never bought anything
what
off TikTok.
Teen or whatever. Like at the end of the day, there are people who post on Pornhub or whatever as adult content because they are adults and they want to
Are
do
you
it
a
and that's their
mom?
business.
Are you a mom?
Absolutely.
At what age do
And
you
I would
think your
never,
kid
ever,
should
ever,
start
ever,
watching
ever want.
pornography?
If my what?
At what age do you think your children should start watching
Well, I
pornography?
actually live in a state. I live in a state where it's. Let's be honest. I'm sure any child or teenager or whatever could get access through stupid shit like Twitter, but you have to legally be 21 before you could ever get on those websites.
That's not
As a
true.
parent,
That's
I
not true.
believe I
That's not
personally.
true. That's not true. There
You
are
have to put your ID to get on that shit.
hold on.
But like I
No,
said,
no, 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 no,
you're
no, no,
right.
no, no. Hold
You're
on, hold on,
right.
hold on, hold on,
You
hold
can still
on.
get onto it.
You just said something not true. So we got to clarify it. There are a select few porn sites, like maybe you can count them on two hands, where you have to put in an ID. Do you know how many porn sites are out there though?
In my
Millions.
state, it is
Millions.
actually a law
A
by
cup,
our
a cup, yeah, it's a law that a
very red
couple
state.
porn sites have been banned. There are millions of porn sites.
Oh, I
That's
guess,
like
yeah,
putting
said
a
I
drop of
agree with
food
you.
coloring
There
in the
are
ocean
many.
and
There,
thinking that it's going
yeah.
to change colors.
Oh no, I agree. I said my state. That's a fact. I didn't say that there wasn't loopholes. Exactly. I believe if 18. But then again,
Yep.
it's like
So
that's so private. That's
are
like
you going to encourage
masturbating as a.
are you
It's
going to
none of my
teach
business.
are you going to teach your children that watching pornography is good?
Fuck no.
Why?
Weird. Oh, why would like even that sentence alone is just weird. As an adult,
It's repulsive,
me
isn't it?
watching porn is
It's
but to think
repulsive.
of like
I
what?
know. It's repulsive to even consider a child
So
watching
if
pornography, isn't it?
oh my God, you're talking about it, not me. That's gross. We're talking about is porn cheating? I feel like you're going in a big fucking circle trying to
And
make
you're
me look
still
like an asshole
talking.
because I'm arguing.
We're 4 minutes later, and you're still talking.
Yeah, you have not kicked me
I
off.
could do this all night.
Let's do it. Man, my kids are in bed. My husband's passed out. He works hard. You know what I'm saying? I have done all my laundry. My house is spotless. Let's talk about it. Is porn cheating? No. No. Now, like I
Who
said,
thinks
we're gonna get
I
all
should
the
kick her
all
off?
the
Put it in the chat. Yes or no? Yes or no? Who thinks I
yes
should
or
kick her
no.
off?
Give this man some likes. Give him some views. I support it. Absolutely. And I don't. And hey, let's get this one thing straight. I do not think what you're doing is a bad thing. I don't think that you coaching and helping people and talking about your story is wrong. I support you, and you're valid, and I agree. I heard you talking, but I think it's just such a big jump to just say is porn cheating? Yes. It all
I
goes
didn't
down to the
say that.
relationship.
I'm just asking the question. And I
You
didn't
asked the
say
question, and then you
I
asked me
didn't
about
I didn't say
women's
yes, porn is
bodies, and
cheating
then we got
because the question merits an explanation before you answer it with a simple yes or no. The question is designed to create engagement on TikTok. It's not a yes or no.
agree. Okay, good. Yeah. So when it comes down to it, I mean, you heard my standpoint on it. We can run around in
Okay.
circles.
All right. Chat says we're moving on. Thanks for chatting, Cosmic Quantum.
Bye.
See ya. Bye bye. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Who's next? Anybody else want to argue? After seeing that, they're all like, nope. All right. I'm just going to bring on a random person. Who's next? Who's next? There's so many people. Boom. I'm just randomly. Hello. What's going on?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. What's up?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about, I seen like a lot of comments about it, and I wanted to talk about a gray area for corn. I don't know if you can actually say it on live or not. Okay, so me and my fiance, we've been together for 7 years, and when we got together when we were like 16, and when you're a teenager, of course you get into stuff like that. Me and him have both watched it before, but since getting together, me and him don't watch it at all. But I personally read like spicy books, and I'm just wondering your viewpoint on that, and if you think that's cheating.
Categorically different, but can still be a problem.
Can still be a problem. So my fiance is fine with me doing it and reading it or whatever. So to me, I don't think it's cheating, but other people would view that differently.
I'm curious
just
why
wondered if
you're
you guys-
asking this question
Because I've just wondered if you ever had anyone come up here to argue that area of it.
all the time, like 10 times a night.
Oh, okay. Well, that was all. I guess I just wondered if you would, because I've been commenting on it for you to talk about it a little bit, but nobody's come up here to say anything about it or what anyone thinks about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not porn. It's categorically different than porn. Porn is erotic imagery, usually depicting an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse. So it's not a person on a screen, but it's similar. So
Okay.
it's similar in the effects that you're lusting. So I mean, again, yeah.
Well, I just think
But
it's a really
it sounds like even the fact that you came on here to ask that question, to me, what I make of that is it sounds like you've got some, like your conscience is telling you something about it.
Well, no, I just think that like it's a really gray area, and I feel like a lot of like women get to slip through the cracks because they do read books like that. Because like, yes, I do think that porn is wrong. Like, I personally don't think it's okay, but I think that a lot of women slip through the cracks on that topic because they read it, but they don't watch it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no
All right.
problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ashley wants to argue.
Hi. So I really don't want to argue. It's just a lot of people in the chat, like I've been talking to them and stuff like that. I am a former adult entertainer.
Porn star.
I've done some adult entertainment things. I've done stripping. I've done photography. I've done bands. I've done multiple things.
Okay.
I agree with you
Okay.
because of the things I've seen. And I feel like that's why I wanted to come on here, is because seeing it from the other side.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I was going to kick you off because you tricked me and you deceived me.
I'm sorry. It's just that seeing it from the other side, so many people don't understand. Seeing it
I
from
know,
the other
but
side.
now I want to talk to you. So now I have an internal conversation. Do I kick you off because gosh, there's even a Bible verse about this. Be careful of the woman, the deceiver.
I'm sorry.
She has lips like honey. Her
I
lips taste
tried
like
so
honey.
hard to get you into the.
You're a master deceiver.
I tried so hard to get you to just bring me on just for
All
the
right, fine.
purpose of
We'll
me
chat.
being
We'll chat.
previously.
Okay. All right. So
But
what do you
no,
want to share?
there's because of what I've seen in the industry. Like I said, former.
I got it.
The
Former.
things that I've seen and the things that I've experienced. So many people don't understand what these people do, and I'm not saying men. I'm not saying women. I'm saying both.
For sure. What would you
How
say to what would you say to that previous woman two people ago who like just doesn't even see there's a problem with it? And I'm not saying she's wrong, but like what would you say given your perspective?
she's naive.
Okay.
She is naive. Extremely naive.
What does
I've
she
seen
not know?
so many people. I've seen people who in my industry and stuff like that, because I used to be like somebody who you'd see like in your day-to-day life and then also, in the darker world type thing. And I would see these people, sometimes I would see them in like day-to-day life. Like we would like be at my day job, etc. And they'd just be completely oblivious and like act like they'd never seen me before, even though the night before I did heinous things to them the night before. And I'd see them say I was waitressing or something like that. You would never know. You would never know. They treated me like I was just like, oh hey, how you doing? Oh, so nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, you just did some okay. Okay, that's cool. Like you're here with your family. Okay, that's our yeah, we gotta keep this thing
So
going on that
you'd have to
that
you guys
didn't
would you
happen.
basically have to pretend like nothing happened the night before and they're pretending maybe they're with their family or something and it's like here's the
Yeah,
good
and
guy right here.
I would literally like there was times when like I said, I would waitress during the day, do that during the night. I would have to like give that table up to somebody else because I couldn't hold my shit together. Because like I couldn't keep the act up. But they did so well. And I feel like that's what triggered me the most was it's like they were just like insanely good at it.
Yeah.
Insanely good at it.
How
There's
old
like
were you
nothing.
when you got into it?
I got into it when I was really young. I got into it when I was like 18.
Okay. And how long were you in? When did you get out? What caused you to get out?
I got out of it whenever I was 26. It was whenever I had my son, had my kid. It was like, got to do better type thing. And yeah, like it was just such a thing where it's like people don't really realize like how easy it is to slip into that kind of thing and think that it's just like, oh, this is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. It's not. Like, I don't know how, like, I am 38 years old and I still don't forgive myself for that, but I'm trying to. And just like I said, from previous experience, it's like just seeing the way people reacted and seeing, like I said, going from like people you'd see the night before and then just the way they acted,
Yeah.
seeing you in public, etc. It was just so insane how manipulative and so just like, oh, nothing happened, like, and
Did you
you would
always
never
have that
fucking know.
point of view like while you were doing it or was there a point it changed and then you had to find a path out?
It it started within the last year because like I really didn't interact with people during the phase. Like I really just stayed away from people and just kind of kept to myself. But like the last year, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm literally seeing these people doing these things and then seeing them after, and it's like they're around their families or they're around their significant other or their friends and stuff like that, and they just are like so good at covering it up,
Yeah.
like so good at covering it up. I was like, wow, like wow, like
Yeah, it's a
wow,
double
like
life. It's a double life.
I understand like you want to like keep that cover, like you want to try to keep that secret or whatever, but it's just like how good they were at covering it up was just so insane.
Yeah. What
So
do
that's
you?
what that's what I want to put out to these people, like who are just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool, this is fun. Realizing that these people who do these types of things can literally switch their personality that quickly and that easily. I feel like that's so manipulative and so like whether you agree with it or not, or whether you're okay with it or not, that's not a good thing for them to just be able to just be like, "Ah, everything's fine, everything's okay." You know what I mean? Like even if you're okay with it, like even you're one of those women or men who's cool with your person going out there and doing that kind of stuff, if they can like just immediately switch like nothing had happened and you recognize that person, that's so manipulative and that's so narcissistic and it's so terrifying. And that's why I wanted to come on here, is just to let them know it's like
Yeah.
it's terrifying. It's so
Yeah.
scary. And I just want you guys to know that like we see it and like if you think that your person is like, oh, they're fine, it's all good.
Yeah.
Not
All right.
necessarily, because there's some good questionable people out there. I just want to
Yeah.
let them know. I'm sorry. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me
All right.
on.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Sarah Elliott, did you want to come on? You gave me a gift. You're requested. I'll bring you on. Is the clap thing working? Is that too loud? Can somebody tell me? I had to restart my computer.
It's working.
Hey, all right. What's going on?
Hey, I just wanted to touch on the topic. I'm married with 4 kids, and I don't know. So
I've
I don't know
talked to
what
you
your
before,
view is.
haven't I?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Yeah.
But what is your view on like, can we say the words like touching yourself, like whatever that
Masturbation.
type of, yeah, okay, we can say it all.
hmm
Is what is your view on that? Period. Not to something else, but just period.
Period. I think it's gray. I think here's the criteria that I use, and this comes from a tool called the Conquer series, which is a tool that helps men, particularly in faith-based settings, to not watch pornography. So it does have that bias for what it's worth. But they say if it's a problem if it's done in secret, if it's done in replacement for sex with your spouse, or if it's done with fantasy. The third one's the hard one, right?
Yeah.
There can be an agreement that masturbation is okay. It can not be done in replacement for sex. The fantasy one's the kicker, especially for somebody who has a history with pornography, right? And so, so I don't think it's always wrong. But again, there's got to be a discussion and agreement. Now, if there has been pornography use and it's used as like, hey, we're weaning off of porn, okay, that can be useful, right? But why are you asking the question?
Well, I don't know what I can ask you, like, because so sometimes having 4 children, we don't always have the time to do the things. So then we come to the talks of like, oh, okay, well, I mean, we can do, we're trying to work it out of like what's acceptable and what's not. And
Does he watch porn?
he did, but to my knowledge, no.
Yeah. Real quick, will you guys give me a follow on my backup account right there, Austin Hamilton? I'm trying to get it up to 1,000 followers now, so I can go live. So please give me a follow on my backup account. So here's the question: is how would you feel like if you guys had an agreement that as long as he wasn't doing it in secret? Let's just take the first two criteria. If he wasn't doing it in secret and it wasn't in replacement for sex, how would you feel about that?
Well, I'm saying if there wasn't like visuals.
I got it. Yeah. I'm saying just masturbation.
Yeah, I don't, that's been taught to me as natural for like, I'm 38. That's been taught to me as natural since I was 10.
Yeah. So the fantasy part though, like if he were imagining somebody who's not you, how would you feel
I
about
can't
that?
control your brain. I can't control your brain. I'm not worried about that. What
Okay,
am I
so
gonna do about that?
if he was fantasizing about other women, you'd be okay
I
with that?
don't want to know. I don't care. It's not my like.
Okay.
What? How am I going to control someone's brain?
I didn't ask you to control his brain. I asked you
No,
how
I
you
know.
would feel
I'm
if he
just
was
responding. I'm
fantasizing
just
about other
responding.
women while
Yeah,
masturbating.
I don't know. I can't tell you what he'll be thinking about while he does it. Are you
No.
saying that masturbation in your mind is wrong?
No.
Okay.
Did you
That's
hear
what
what I
I was
said
kind of,
before?
I was trying to get your perspective on, like, if you're married and you don't watch content, is masturbation okay?
Yeah. So again, a guideline I like to go off of is if it's a problem if it's done in secret, if it's done in replacement for sex, or if it's done with fantasy. Dr. Trish Lee has the best content on this topic, in my opinion. If you go to the resources link in my bio, I link to her YouTube channel. She has the best stuff about this. She gets into all the fantasy, the compulsive masturbation, the downsides of masturbating too much. It's not black and white.
Yeah.
I'm more biased towards not doing it, trying to not do it.
Yeah.
If it has to happen, talk about it. Have an agreement. There's got to be a conversation about it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
I've told you I don't like wondering if my husband's shitting, sorry to be graphic, shitting or like doing that in the bathroom. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to worry about it.
Okay. All right.
No?
Yeah. Well, conversation to be had. I mean, if you're okay with it, then be okay with it.
Yeah. No, I'm not okay with it.
Well, there's your answer.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for sharing, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye bye. All right. I'm not going to be on too much longer. Chat. Do I have any mods here? I don't even have that many mods. Dark Mark, you here? How do I figure out? Okay, we'll just do the whole gift thing. Whoever wants to come on, give me a gift. Sarah, I see you. I'll bring you on after I go to the bathroom. All right. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then Sarah, I'll bring you on because you gifted. A big gift. I'll be back. All right. Sarah. Other Sarah. So many Sarahs here tonight. Where did my music go? Do you guys hear the music? Sarah, hold on. Are you still here? Sarah, did you want to come on still? The Sarah with the hearts? There you are. I wish you guys could see the queue. There's 30 people right now, and it's like every few seconds it refreshes and all the names get jumbled. It's not just in order. So I have to find the name and then hope it doesn't change between when I find it.
Hi, can you hear
How's
me?
it going? Yeah, what's up?
I'm good. So the girl before the last person that talked, I think that I just kind of wanted to add on to what she said because I have a little more background. I feel like to me, a reborn again Christian from like recovering from sex work. Like, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that. And I've
Okay.
told other people that I dated that like, we're not going to look at that. I don't watch that. Even when I was doing that type of stuff, it really traumatized me. And I think a lot of people don't bring up that part of it, which I wish she would have said, because like I see the way people view it differently. And I think that needs to be addressed. Like they're literally like talking about like, oh, you're better than my wife, and like different things like that are absolutely disgusting. It makes you look at it from a whole different perspective. And it's extremely cheating, 100%. I had to forgive myself. I had to be baptized again. I want people to understand like it's 100% cheating, and it's traumatizing to people. Some people that are able to get out of it and really talk about it, 1000%. That's why I wanted to come on here and say that, because like the stuff she said kind of makes sense, but it's like there's more depth to it. Like there's like people that you know are like married, or they try to like do stuff because they are that way. Like I was so traumatized at a very young age, and I just want people to know that whoever thinks that it's okay, no, it's not. And it's coming from somebody that did it. And like I dated people and they're like, well, you used to cam. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Well, I don't still want like that in my relationship. That doesn't change my values now. Do you know what I mean? It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, and way to go. Good for you for changing your life.
Like,
that's awesome.
no, I had to do a lot of therapy, and I always knew my passion was cooking, but I'll tell you right now, this is about what I can tell everybody is the devil will try to get you. And fast money is not the way. It's hard work and passion and sacrifice. And people need to hear that, especially there's so many young girls out here that think it's so easy to go do that. You are selling your soul. Literally. That's what I want people to know. You are selling your soul. That's what I wish she would have said, because that's important.
Totally. Yeah. Okay. So how do you, and I say that exact line all the time, you're selling your soul. How do you combat that when people are like, no, you're not? Like from your experience, can you put that into words? Like, how were you selling your soul?
I mean, like, you don't like, you're based off of like your body. I mean, what else is to say about that? You're like, it's not who you are. It's not a talent. It's not something that you learned. I mean, I hate to say this. It sounds really bad maybe to other sex workers if I offend them. Anybody can be pretty and do that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it like that. It's degrading. You lose yourself. You experience a dark part of the world that you aren't even ready for. I don't understand, like, no offense, it sounds really mean, but some people that are able to do it with a smile on their face and continue to do it forever, like, kudos to you. Like, you are literally dead inside. I know you are. You might smile and you might act happy, but you're dead. You're dead inside.
Yeah. How long did you do it for?
Off and on for like 2 years. And to be honest with you, I was a single parent. I grew up in a very abusive household. I did it to get out of my household. With my parent that was abusive at like 19. I could tell you right now that I'm happy, even though I struggle sometimes doing my passion, that I could never go back into doing that. It took a lot of therapy and a lot of self-love. And it's crazy how some of these people don't think that you're selling your soul. You really are. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like it's just so degrading. Like it really is. And anybody that says it's not, that's ever been in it, is lying to you.
Can I ask you a question? It might sound weird.
Yeah.
What do you most love about yourself now that you're on this side of it?
Being able to also like sometimes talk about it. Like actually, where I'm at, there was like a church that was talking about stuff, but I was surprised that they were talking about that. Being able to like talk about it and help people, young kids. They need to know about this. Do you think this is not affecting the world? Like if you believe in God at all, like the way that we lust right now is absolutely everywhere. And a lot of people go on social media, go on Instagram, and I'm talking about like 18, 19-year-old kids. I really think that they're like, this is like fast money, let's do this. In the end, I also want to tell people this, in the end, unless you're like materialistic, you're selling your soul. You're not getting anything. You're not working really hard. I know that sounds bad to say that because some people might argue with me on that, and I would love for them to argue with me on that. You are taking the cheap way out.
Who wants to argue with Sarah that sex work is selling your soul? Who wants to argue the counterpoint?
I'm sorry, but like this is a really good topic for me because I think some people come and attack me and be like, oh, well, you did it to like get out of a hard place. Yeah, but you really, it's not worth it, man. Like it's not. You're going to have years of depression. Like I still suffer with that. I still think about the way people look at me.
Yeah.
That doesn't ever leave you.
How long has it been since you got out of it?
Now it's been 4 years. So
Good for you. And what do you do now?
I'm a personal chef. I'm really happy in my career, and I know that's my calling and always was. So.
That's awesome.
Somebody just said, "We love you, Sarah. We're proud of you." I just want to talk. If there's anybody else out here doing this right now, I'm sorry. Like, you're worth more. And I know it seems hard because I feel like people in this economy, everybody's like failing. But I'm telling you right now, God is the way to be happy. And that's not what he wants for you. And the only way to live a happy life truly is to have God in your life and to be able to not do stuff like that. It's gonna like, if you're a true Christian, that's all I have to say. It's degrading.
Yeah.
You don't
Amen
have
to
faith.
that. Amen to that.
Maybe it's different. So, but
Repent and believe. Repent and believe.
yep. A lot of people talk about that one girl. That I think I forgot her name. She was like huge on OF, and she like has been saved. And some people bash her, but you can see like, I look at her TikToks, and I used to like try to see why people were arguing with her, but she seems way better and happy, and it is possible with God.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because, like, I mean, of course, you only see the ones where they change their mind, but like, it never ends well. The people who are in that. Have you seen that podcast that's been coming up on one of my feeds lately? It's like these two guys who are producers, and they bring on all these girls, and it's very, very. It's not with the whatever podcast, but it's like it's very vulgar. Have you seen that one? I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know, with the guy that like kind
Two
of talks
guys.
to people that do sex work. That guy.
No, but he's in it himself. I can't remember the name. Does anybody know what that is? It's like almost porn.
I don't
All right,
know.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Maybe.
Thanks for sharing your story. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Well, good for you. Good for you. Are you in a relationship, or have you been since you got out?
No, and I've tried to, and I'll tell you, like, trying that with people that don't believe is crazy because they'll just bring up if they know my past, because I'm a very open person, because I think in this generation, people do think that porn is normal and to watch in every relationship, and then people look at me like I'm insane.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people get that. Women on here and men even that don't watch it. They're like, "Oh, you don't watch it?" No.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
Is that so
Stick
weird?
around. Have you been following me, or did you just find me today?
Oh, I've seen you like go live before, and I'm like, I wondered, like, I've always wanted to argue with somebody else because I don't know if you ever argue with people that do S work, but I think that they're usually the people that probably argue with you, the ones that are lost. I've thought about that.
Yeah, my style is not really to argue. I take the long game.
I argue.
Well, trust me, I argue too, but I just don't think it's productive. It doesn't change people's minds, in my opinion. So I like to be more patient and just extract what people actually believe and put that on display. But I certainly have a lot of OFers and sex workers who come on here and talk to them. But I'm more interested in just having them share their story and then let the people.
No,
decide.
yeah, I think it's really important for people to educate on that side, and also kind of give like a view on like why maybe some people don't think it's cheating, because we know like the people that truly survived that and got out of it, like what it does to you and what it can do to a relationship. And I'm not trying to deminimize anybody that is in a relationship and your partner watches porn and it hurts you, but it kind of like hurts us a little bit, I feel like, to the core, because you know exactly what they're thinking and exactly what they're doing. It's like sickening.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Sarah. I appreciate it. And again,
All right,
good for you.
good night.
Well done. Good night. Bye-bye. All right. I'm going to bring on Kristen, and Kristen's going to be my last guest unless somebody gives me like a Galaxy Plus, because I want to go to bed. Gotta be at my kid's school early in the morning. Where are you, Kristen? Hold on. Is the music too loud? I had to restart my computer, and like all my audio stuff resets whenever I do that. Not you, Kristen Curie, the one who gave me a gift. Hey there, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Wait, you guys don't hear the music?
There's
Hold
no
on.
music.
Hold on. WTF. Oh my gosh. How about now? How about now?
No. Yes.
Yes?
Quietly, though.
Son of a biscuit. It's supposed to be quiet. Is it like it's like setting the mood quiet? Or it's like you
Yeah,
can't hear it?
yeah. No, you
Yeah.
can hear it.
Okay. All right. Can I please tell you how to heal? Hold on one second, Kristen. Kadini, first, I'm sorry you're in that situation. I would recommend reading the book The Betrayal Bind. I would also recommend getting into some sort of healing community. Healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically. I have a group. We meet on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for women. It's $99 a month, and it's a great group to heal in community from a betrayal. I also have groups for men. We meet at 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights or 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, and that's a place to heal from your pornography addiction. But other than that, read books, get in community, start talking about it. You are not alone in this. You didn't do anything to cause this. It's not your fault. And there's a path out. Yes, $99 a month. All right, Kristen, what's up?
So I think that it is a super interesting topic because, like, I've been married for 6 years now, and we've been together for 8 years. And he has had, like, I'm an RN, and he has had like a lot of really crazy, severe, life-threatening medical issues that at times have caused like him to not be able to partake in adulty like activities, right? So I think if you set a boundary, whereas like like it's openly talked about, and you're also discussing the type of content that the other one is going to be consuming. I think that at that point, you have guidelines and boundaries set where it's not like necessarily this like horrific thing. And then also too, in a marriage, I mean, the other person could even be present if they, if they can't, you know, partake. He is in end stage renal failure, and he also had a stroke. And I'm 32 and he's 37. So I mean, like, we're really young for like these things to be happening. And
End
so
stage renal failure, like
like
he's
his
kidneys
kidneys
are
are shot.
failing and he's gonna die.
Yes.
Shit. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So when someone just said he doesn't give an F about you, I'm like, I don't think you understand like what's going on to say that. But yeah, like, he is the most amazing person I've ever met in my life. Yeah, I'm renal failure. Yeah, renal
I know
failure
what
is kidney
renal failure.
failure.
My dad died of
Yeah.
NASH, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I know what it is.
And so, yeah, I mean, like, it's it causes, when you don't have like that type of intimacy in your relationship, you can either like figure out a way to rise above it and like get through it, or it's going to break you, right? Because it's a very important part of the relationship. And I think for us, with the ebbs and flows of what's happened with him medically, I mean, like, we've just kind of found ways to make it work. And by the grace of God, I mean, like, he's gotten function back at times, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, so like it's like up and down. But we have like the most loving, healthy relationship ever. And I don't like, neither one of us looks at it as like, like, he never looked at it as like I was cheating on him, because he's been present, like for like that.
So sorry. Who watches porn? You do or he does?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I
Okay.
have, when he hasn't had function. Yeah.
Okay.
If that does it, are you tracking with what I mean by function? Obviously. Yeah.
Well, like given his health stuff, you guys aren't able to be intimate.
Yeah. Well, there's been times where we haven't been able to be intimate. Yeah. Like long stretches for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, look, I want to be first of all, it's a tough situation. Okay,
Very.
like you're married.
Yes.
How long does he have?
Well, he got diagnosed 5.5 years ago, and they originally said 5 to 7 years. And then in February, he had the stroke, and they thought that he was going to pass of that, and he didn't. But he's a freaking fighter, man. I mean, like, he just continued, like, he was on life support in 2022, and I was like in prayer for probably 48 hours straight, and like God was like basically telling me to like allow him to have peace. And so I pulled everything, and he was breathing over the vent, and it was like the most miraculous miracle thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm a nurse, and I see nurse at that, and I've never seen anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily want to say that like he's going to pass, because right now God is working differently than what the doctors are saying.
Yeah, I love that comment. Bro is rallying. He sure is
Yeah, he
rallying.
is.
I love that.
Yeah, he is. Well, we have a young daughter too. He was diagnosed 2.5 weeks after she was born.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's tough. So, I mean, here's the thing. Like, and again, like I said, my dad died of liver failure. It sucks. It's not reversible after a certain point. Like, my heart goes out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, you know, there's other possibilities than watching porn just because your partner's not available. And I'll hold that line, whether it's a medical condition or someone's on their period or whatever. There's always other possibilities.
For sure. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like we've done like every possibility that there's possible. And that's like how we keep it, you know, like we have very open communication, and like, we're just, I don't know, we just are really open and loving with each other. And so like, even if he's like we have found other ways to be intimate that don't necessarily, aren't like your necessarily like typical ways of being intimate, right? And that's just as fulfilling for us. Being
Well, the question is, can you experiment? Can you get creative without involving porn?
Yeah, and we have for sure. And I mean, I'm not even really a huge fan. I've used it like when I've been like just like, oh my, like, I don't know. It sounds like kind of vulgar, but like, you know, when you just have like the pent up, like, I just need to get something out of me kind of thing. So it's like almost like the last like quick resort. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely been super experimental. And honestly, like, because I know I'm still pretty young, but like, it sounds like, oh, that sucks that like you have to do that. But honestly, like for us, it's been fun to find like new ways to explore each other, and like to like honor our marriage. And we take our vows very, very seriously. And so, you know, it's been the greatest journey of my life, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing. I'm sorry going through that. That's so tough.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing in disguise as well, because it's like I've been able to see someone like, I mean, working in the ICU, it's different, obviously, just because you don't have the same level of personal connection to the patient. But to watch someone literally fight for their daughter and their wife and their family, like every day, it's just been like phenomenal and emotional, and just to watch.
Before she leaves, may I say something to her?
Hold on, Charlie. You have to turn your camera on. You're the only one.
Oh, yes, sir. I got you. Don't trip, chocolate chip. Oh, wait. Don't trip, vanilla chocolate chip. I don't know. What
Yes,
chocolate
Patricia,
chips
I'm married.
that color? Cool.
What's up, bro?
Hi, man. How are you?
Good. What do you want to say to her? Kristen, are you open to hearing what he wants to say? Okay.
Sure.
Yes. I literally just jumped in, and yesterday I was hoping that you were on because I had a question, and then you weren't, and I stayed up past my bedtime waiting, and then you were on just now.
I'm sorry.
How dare you, buddy? How dare you? But Kristen. So I caught the end of what you were saying, but my sister, my older sister, she, I don't know, I low-key kind of forgot what I was going to say, but she works with what you just said you work with. What did you say you work with?
I'm an ICU nurse.
Oh no, she like makes she takes people in that are fucked up. Pardon my French. That are do you know what I mean when you get picked up on the drunk tank and then they take you?
Charlie, we're on planet Earth right now. Where are you?
What?
She I'm sorry, I'll slow down. She works at a place.
No, we heard what you said. It was not a misunderstanding of your words.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and like you know, she also is doing her part and she cares. Low key. So shout out to you and shout out to her. That's where I was going.
Okay, all right.
But
Hang tight.
I do have a question for you.
Charlie, hang tight. Okay, Charlie's a regular. Okay, so we'll deal with him. Hold on a second.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
You say
Kristen,
I love you in strange ways, and I love you too.
Kristen, thanks for sharing. Anything else you want to share?
No, I just really appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's a really cool platform you have, and I'm happy that I've stumbled upon you.
All right, thanks for sharing.
Kristen, you're a great
bye-bye.
gal. Shout out to you. You're a great gal.
All right, Charlie, you're the last guest of the night. Okay, so this better be
nice. Good. I don't know. That seemed like some type of accolade. But,
all right, what's your question?
So my question. Okay, I'm not gonna read the comments. Go to bed, dude.
I'm not gonna read the comments, and then he reads the comments.
Well, I said that after I read a comment. First of all, how are you?
I'm great, Charlie. You're the only thing between me and going to bed. So can you get to the point?
Okay, cool. I'll keep it moving. Okay, so my question, Mr. Sir, so what advice do you have to someone that isn't in a relationship but watches that? And okay, two-part question.
I don't give advice. I ask questions. So my question would be, is pornography serving you positively or negatively?
Me?
The hypothetical person.
Oh, the person,
about.
Yes. I mean, I'm on your side. I agree. I think that it is bad whether you're in a relationship or not. But I'm wondering how you feel about it being it being utilized outside of a relationship. I'm wondering how you feel about that.
What do you mean? Like if you're single?
Yeah, no chicks around. Exactly.
Like if you're dating somebody but you're not physically with them?
No. If you're a man that's alone completely, no chicks. And like you try to get chicks and you have no access to chicks.
Are you talking about yourself?
No. I have a girlfriend, man. She's on my TikTok.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Well,
That's funny.
I would just ask.
But there were times where I did utilize that P word. When like if I told you this before, if I have to wear a suit, you can really see the imprint. And I'm like, I gotta get this thing down because I have something to do, man. I'm so sorry.
Like that guy in the Olympics a few years ago. You remember that one? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? He was like what was he?
Has anyone worn a suit with a boner? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
What's your question? You want advice for a single man with dealing with pornography?
Yes, a single man that has no access to women.
Here would be my advice. If I were to give advice, if you want to have a healthy future relationship, you should probably not watch porn.
My man, you're not answering me. Okay, may I ask you this directly?
Sure.
A guy that has no access to women, should he? Hey, what I got to tell you, men should not watch that, especially if they're alone. If they're alone, they will continue to be alone for so long. If the P word turns into their girlfriend,
Totally.
So
And it
okay,
can.
so and I've done this, buddy. I've closed my eyes and shook hands with the president to memories of me.
Which president?
The only president. It is not Obama.
Oh,
It's the first black president. It's the first black president. It's the first black president. Come on, man.
all right. I think we're done with you, Charlie.
Wait, you didn't answer my question.
You haven't answered a clear question, Charlie. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold on. Answer my question, please, if you don't mind.
Ask a question.
Okay, what should someone without access to women or a gal, should they watch P Word or not?
I've answered that 10 times.
Okay, answer it again.
I think it depends on what they want. If they want to treat women well, if they want to have a better chance of having a successful future relationship, then they should consider not watching porn.
I disagree. I think in no way, shape, or form should you. No one should, because it's bad whether you're alone or with someone. If you're alone,
so
it's
then
going to get
there's
in the
your answer
way-
for that
it's gonna
person.
Get in the way of you securing something like sustainable. So I think
if
it's wrong,
you want to live and be
but-
degenerate, then you should do all sorts of
But do you
things.
agree with me on this? Sometimes you might need it's almost like when a car has a turbo. You might need some extra help to get it out really quick because you're late to an interview
Well,
or to a meeting.
Late to an interview. Then here's the question: is can you just masturbate and not watch porn?
I've jerked off to my memories, but they're fading.
What's up, Hannah? Okay. All right.
Great
Well,
to-
Charlie,
great to talk to
hey,
you.
great to see you.
Love
It's
you,
been
man.
too
Love
long,
you.
man. It's been too long. It's good to see you.
Hey, you're my boy. Hey, when I find out where you live, I'm gonna buy you brunch, and I know we're not girls, but we're gonna brunch, my boy. I fuck with you.
Where do you live again? Like
I live in
Colorado?
Colorado, Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Where do I live?
I don't know.
Come on, man. I remembered where you live.
Can I
You
tell
don't
how
remember where I
Can I
live.
tell you where you look like you live?
Yes.
You look like a Nebraskan.
Nope, not a Nebraskan.
No? Where do you live?
No, I live in
Where
Arizona.
do you live? Oh my God! Hey, that's awesome. God, I just broke up with my. I broke up with my girlfriend. The awesome girl on my TikTok just broke up with her, and my rebound ex.
You were talking about yourself, and I just asked if you're in a relationship, and you said yes.
Because I still love her, but come on, man.
So you're still in a
know
relationship
the
with her,
game.
but she doesn't know it. So you are talking about yourself.
No, hold on. Hey, don't. Hey, the girl in Arizona. It's going to be a rebound, but she's a sweetheart. I'm not going there for sexual schmintercourse. Not going there for that. I'm going there so we could finally
You're gonna introduce her to the president.
Yes. You get me. Shout out to Jerry Maguire. You get me. Yes, correct. I mean, that's
gosh.
not my goal. That's not my goal. I want to hug her. So deep. Like her body looks perfect.
This man is taking 5 to 7 business days to say his point. Oh, brilliant
Hey, man, I love
comments
you. I love
tonight. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
are you a Christian?
Define Christian.
Oh God. Do you serve God? Do you understand that it's beyond having nature and you?
See,
okay,
you asked a
Mr.
question.
President,
You asked a
listen,
question.
listen.
Angela, I
love
see
you,
you.
I love
I'll
you.
address that in a second. Look, man, You asked a question, and then I said define that, and you can't even define it.
Okay, let me define it. Maybe you're correct. You are correct. Like how blessed I am, and blessed is Christian related. But some of these things, they don't seem like they would be possible unless there was a higher being looking after you. And I serve God. I love God. I am a Christian. And you, Mr. Person, you are great looking. You have all of your limbs. You know,
How do you know?
have.
How do you know? You've never seen my legs. How do you know I have all
I've
my
seen your
limbs?
arms. I've seen your arms.
How do you know? You just limb judged me.
You you seem like you can walk. I don't know. You have a vibe like a walker. You have a
Why are you
walker vibe.
projecting on? Why are you projecting that I have legs?
Hey,
I
love
do
you.
have legs
And this is love.
and 10 toes.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, bro. Good to see you.
Love you,
Bye-bye.
man. This
Oh, these comments are great. What somebody said we'll wait till 8 a.m. till he answers. Oh my gosh. All right, Katie, what's up?
Thank you so much, honestly, for letting me join the live.
Make it quick because I want to go to bed.
All right, I'm so
Please.
sorry. Okay, so I know you've told me that you suggested the book for me to read to be able to deal with the emotions of going through betrayal. I feel like my husband, we've only gotten married about 8 months ago. But we've been in a relationship longer than that, and we're in our mid-20s. And it's been a boundary of mine for him not to participate in watching porn and all of that.
Hold
But
on. That's not a
I'm sorry.
boundary.
Okay, I agree. But I've said it out there. I've put it out there before the marriage. Anyways, we've agreed on it.
Okay.
Oh, and this whole time, I believed that he wasn't watching it. But when I came to find out, it was a huge problem. And obviously, he's taking the steps now, going through therapy and all of that. And he's going through his journey. But I feel like I'm stuck in the whole process of I feel like I've lost myself and I can't trust him anymore. And it's impacted my way of viewing my own self and my body, even though I know I shouldn't. So I just want to. I don't think I can ever get myself back. That's
Okay.
what really bothers me. I can't let it go. I can't let go of the fact that he chose that over me. I can't see myself as someone who is loved or who can be loved or who is attracted, even though logically I know I shouldn't believe in those things. But emotionally, I just can't let them go. And I don't know how to deal with that.
Okay. All right. Sorry you're
I've
going through
lost
that.
my femininity. Like I
Yeah.
was so innocent and so naive, and like I just walked in with puppy eyes,
Yeah.
and I just feel like I've lost all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. So here's the thing: is it's so painful, it's so devastating. What you're going through is valid. Okay. You have to understand. For you to move forward, you got to separate yourself from his actions. He didn't do this because of anything having to do with you. How you look, how beautiful you are, anything you have or haven't done in the bedroom, it has nothing to do with you. Therefore, there's nothing that you can do with regard to those things that are going to change it for him. Changing your body, doing other things in the bedroom, watching it with him, that will not change whether he's going to go back to it or not. So you got to separate those two things. Your value is separate from him choosing to watch pornography.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that?
I know it, but I don't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know it, but you don't like know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just the thing is what am I supposed to do if he goes back to it? What I just can't trust him.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where boundaries come in. That's where boundaries come in.
I'm so sorry
Why are you sorry?
that I'm crying on this live and I just can't help but feel so much pain. And I can't share it with anyone. It's so embarrassing. How am I supposed to tell anyone that my husband is addicted to this?
No. You are carrying his shame. You're bearing the burden of his shame, and it's not yours to carry. You got to give that back to him. Because now here you are, you're dying on the inside, trying to keep his secrets and make sure that he continues to look good. Why? Why are you doing that? It's not for you to bear. What are you afraid of if people were to know that this was going on in your relationship?
I'm afraid that, I don't want my parents to see him differently. I don't want my friends to see him differently. I just want to be loved. That's it.
Yeah. Don't we
That's
all?
all
We
I
all just
want.
want to be loved. Here's the thing. Can I reframe what I just heard in my words?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want my parents or my friends to see who he actually is. So you're losing yourself over trying to protect the actual image of who he is. And that's not for you.
Yeah.
Now, you don't I'm not suggesting you need to go speak poorly of him. There's a way to honorably talk about what's going on without shaming him more or tearing him down. For sure. And yes, it's lonely and isolating. Shame festers in the darkness, but it can't stand being spoken to the light.
Yeah.
That's oftentimes what people who struggle with pornography, they're dealing with that shame, and you are carrying his shame. Now there's shame for you. You're like, I can't tell anybody because they might think this. And it usually comes back to something like, I don't have good judgment, or I made a bad choice, or this relationship
Yeah,
might
that's what
end.
I feel like. I feel like my whole reality, like the choices I've made to be with him and all the effort that I put in, like what is wrong with me? Am I bad at making decisions for not seeing this? That it was a problem?
No.
Like my whole judgment, like my whole reality is turned upside down.
Yeah,
I don't know what's real or what's fake anymore.
totally. Oh my gosh. That's what betrayal does. Okay. How long have you been feeling this way? When did you discover that your husband's been using pornography?
Um, it was May this year, but it was a problem beforehand during our relationship, but during the marriage it's been since May. And I told him that we need to be I need to be involved in you quitting this. You need to be honest with me. You need to be honest about the apps you use. You need to be honest about everything. And I just kept on finding out more and more. And it just horrifies me, like the amount of things that he's hidden
Yeah.
and the types of things that he was consuming that are not anything like me at all. And it's like I feel like I don't even know you. Like if you wanted to try these things, you could have come to me. If you were curious about these things, you could have told me. I wouldn't have turned you down.
Yeah.
But you decided to keep that part to yourself, and it just keeps on destroying me. And
Yeah.
drives me
So you knew
insane.
that he used pornography before you guys got married?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't fully understand to what extent it was. I didn't understand that he was watching it like 2, 3 hours, 4 hours a day. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't aware of him paying for OnlyFans. I wasn't aware of so many things. But I feel like I've just been deceived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, well, here's the thing: is to get through this, part of it is setting boundaries. A boundary looks like this. It's here's a boundary. I'm going to make this up. I'm not saying that this is a good boundary or the right boundary for you, but it's I am a person who will not be in a relationship with somebody who watches pornography. So I'm
Yeah.
asking you if I'm asking you to not watch pornography because that's my boundary. So can we agree that you won't watch pornography? If he
I
does,
mean,
if he
he's
chooses
agreed.
to, then
Yeah.
you to hold up your end of the boundary is you leave the relationship. Because a
Yeah.
boundary doesn't seek to change another person. A boundary declares what you will do if a certain request is not met or honored.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not saying that that's a good boundary. In fact, it's probably not a good boundary,
Yeah.
especially if you're married. I mean, there's tons of things you can do before getting to that point. But a
Mm-hmm.
boundary says, here's what I'm expecting. Here's an action I will take if that isn't honored. No problem. Do whatever you want, though.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. So there's a lot more layers to this. So have you gotten any help for this?
No, I haven't. I'm just dealing with it alone for now. Um,
Okay. Here's the thing
but
is,
he's seeking out help
yeah, where are you from?
from the UK.
Okay. I'm going to use an analogy. That's why I asked. I don't know what they do over there, but here in America, do you know what punishment we give to our worst criminals, our most violent, dangerous criminals?
What is it?
We isolate them. We make them lonely and
Yeah.
isolated.
Yeah.
And for some reason, human beings, we isolate ourselves when we go through something hard and we carry shame.
Yeah.
It's like we're putting ourselves in prison.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you to talk to somebody, one person who is trustworthy that you can just, you're not asking for advice. You're not asking them to fix you. Just say, hey, can I just tell you what's going on in my life? And look, you've already done that here with 200 people watching. Good job.
Yeah.
How do you feel after having this conversation?
I feel like I'm finally saying the things that hurt me so much.
Yeah. Yes. So you're taking agency back for your life. You're saying the things that you want to have said that you're still wanting to say to him. And that needs to happen more.
Yeah.
And this is not going to be solved in a few weeks or a few months. Okay, spoiler alert. It takes time.
Yeah.
The acute betrayal, I mean, it can be 6 months or a year before you really gain your footing here.
Yeah. So, like, what steps can I take to regain my confidence and my individuality back?
Yeah. Well, I would recommend finding a good therapist or somebody who you can work through in your local geography. I would actually suggest that first. Reading
Yeah.
books like that book, The Betrayal Bind. I think you saw me put that up here. This book is,
Yeah.
in my experience, like the best book on this stuff. It goes through attachment theory, internal family systems, all the things that have to do with relationships, framing it around betrayal. It's so freaking good. That's one of the books that I use in my support group for women who are going through betrayal trauma. I would also recommend getting into community.
Yeah.
So I have a community for women. We meet at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It does, the time unfortunately doesn't work for people in the UK because it's like 3 a.m. But find
Yeah.
a community, find some sort of support where you can talk to people about this. Healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically.
Right.
Yeah,
I
let it out.
I just I just really hope that I can get myself back together again, because this whole time I was worried about him and trying to help him like regain his agency, that I don't have the capacity to worry about myself or my destructive thoughts and feelings, because it really, really has put me down. The way I view myself, the way I view the world, the way I view my decision making is completely different. I can't even trust myself anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. And you know what? So I shared this on my women's group this week or the week before. Before I started the call, I asked my wife earlier that day. I said, "How did you rebuild trust? Like from your perspective, how was trust rebuilt for us?"
Yeah.
And she said she thought about it for a second and she goes, "I learned to trust myself." She learned to trust herself.
Hmm.
That's where it starts.
Okay.
You got to trust yourself.
Okay.
I do have a Discord. That guy Flux.
Oh, I'll check that out actually.
Yeah.
Is it on your is it on
Well, I
your
took
YouTube channel? The link?
no, it's on my link tree, but I took it off because I don't know. I have a love hate with my Discord community. I
They
love it
can
for
be a
the
bit
for
wild
the
at times.
well, I mean I love it for the people who are in the paid coaching groups. It's really a valuable resource. But yeah, I put the link back up if you want to join the community. Because if in my experience, here's why. Because like the people who make the most progress are the ones who join the coaching group. Like people make so much progress in the coaching group. It costs money. People are more committed. They're at stake for themselves. Discord communities, meh. But the link's back on there for those of you who want to join it. I just put it on my link tree. Okay. Thanks for
Thank
making me go to
you
bed
much.
15 minutes later. That was so insensitive, Austin. Thank you for sharing.
No,
Thank you for sharing.
honestly, thank you so much
Yeah.
for letting me join. I really, really appreciate it. I wasn't able to share this for a long time, and you really helped me put my feelings into words. And Austin, honestly, thank you.
Yeah.
You're doing such a great thing over here.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming on and sharing so vulnerably. And I hope you gain some footing on this. And again, that book, The Betrayal Bind, will really help. Find somebody you can work with, a therapist, a counselor, a coach. Find some good help. Find a community. If you want to wake up at 3 in the morning and join our women's betrayal group, we'd love to have you.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Bye bye. All right. Now I'm really going to bed. No more people because I can't get. I love that conversation, by the way. I obviously was joking about wanting to go to bed, but like, what am I going to do? Tell her, hey, I got to go to bed? No. Um, but yeah, I'm glad she shared. All right. Oh, look at all these people joining Discord. Go ahead, join Discord, people. Results may vary. If you really want to make progress, join one of my private coaching groups. It's $99 a month. And I have 2 times for men, 1 time for women currently. That's where the magic happens. All right, if you want to schedule a call with me to talk about your situation more, there's a link in my bio. It's $25 for a 30-minute call. We'll talk about your situation if I can help or maybe point you somewhere that would be helpful for you. And then I also have private coaching groups, both for men who are dealing with unwanted sexual behavior as well as women who are dealing with betrayal trauma. It's $99 a month, and it's a great place to heal in community. Angela, I used to have 2 groups. I had one on Tuesday night, one on Wednesday morning. Now I just have the one women's group, but it's getting to the size now where I am thinking about having another women's group, and I really want to get some sort of mixed gendered thing going as well on the regular. We do intimacy workshops every other month, but I want to do something in addition to that. But hey, it's all coming soon. It's all coming soon. So if you guys want to get in, and especially if you want to get in the community before I raise my price, do that because it will go up, and whoever's in will be grandfathered in forever. You'll get an email it takes like 5 minutes for the email to get sent. But after you fill out the form, you get an email. So check your spam. It'll come from Choosing New, admin@choosingnew.com. Check your spam. Maybe it doesn't take 5 minutes. You should get it right away. It's been a long minute since I've been here. Glad I caught your last call. Oh, hey. Angela, you said a whole bunch of stuff earlier. I didn't read it all. It sounds like you're having a moment. Proactive is the word I saw. Here's the thing. Specific is terrific. Specific is terrific. So what are you specifically wanting from him, and what are you wanting to request of him? If you can get clear on that, then you can have a conversation. And how can you engage him with curiosity? To just say, hey, what's going on? You know, and I'm also hearing a vision conversation, like, where are we heading here? You guys are young. Like, there's so much to figure out in life. So get clear on what you're wanting from him and what request you're wanting to make of him. Like, maybe literally even write it down. Here's what I'm wanting. Here's what I'm wanting. Here's what I'm requesting of you. And see how it feels when you get it down on paper and look at it. So again, without talking to you, that's all I got. So, oh my gosh, all these people are joining Discord. I'm just going to shut Discord down eventually in favor of an actual online community. You got to tell me your gender when you join. So I'm going to reply to you and say, what are you? And why do I do this? So you don't switch groups. How many people are in Discord? Like 350 or something? I don't know. All right. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. No, you don't join the Discord. I don't know. Join the Discord. Don't join the Discord. I should actually do that, though, as a way to get people to join the live. Maybe there is value in Discord. Is there a way we can talk to you without revealing information to the public? Yeah, you got to schedule a call with me. Link in my bio. It's $25 for a 30-minute call. Careful, it just might change your life. So yeah, love to chat with you. Oh my gosh, geez. 10 people just joined Discord? Why are you guys joining Discord? Like, honestly, what do you... So many questions. Whatever, you'll get value from it. All right, what's the other link? It's linked to my bio. They're loyal. Yeah, I saw your message, man. I mean, the thing is, not Flex, the people who actually start getting help, particularly in my groups, they stop being active in Discord and they stop coming on my lives because they're getting help and they don't have the problem anymore. Same with the women. The women who join my coaching groups, they start off generally being active in Discord, and then they are active here, and then it wanes off after a period of time because they're actually, yeah. I mean, you're early, Angela, but I mean in the private group, that's totally different. I'm talking about the public area. You get what I'm saying, though? Like, it's like once you can start regaining, some stability in your life, you need different resources. So you guys are great though, Angela. Yeah. Speaking of Discord, I make Discord bots. Could do session giveaways, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have a paid community, not flex. That's the next thing I'm gonna do is use something like School or Circle and have a paid community. You know, my coaching groups are $99 a month. I'll have something that's, you know, probably around $20-30 a month. Maybe it's like one monthly call. But again, people who are there, it's just a world of a difference in a paid group where people actually want to make change and an unpaid group. The things that happen are way different. So, you ever heard the phrase, people don't value things that are free? You ever wash a rental car? I haven't. All right. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for being here, everyone. We'll see you in Discord. Schedule a call if you guys want to chat more or not, whatever. Give me a follow if you guys don't follow me already. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. There's hope for you. If there was hope for me, there's hope for you. Beware, host is a scammer. Baxindra, do you want to talk? I'd love to talk to you. Tell me how I'm a scammer. Please come tell me how I'm a scammer. I'll stay up for that. What's the next topic? There is not a next topic. I know, I'm sticking around for this too. I want to know how I'm a scammer. What's up, Jen? Cool? All bark, no bite. Exactly. Now he's gone. Went crickets. Maybe he's injured from that vax. You're making banks out of so-called crisis. You charged my friend bank? What? You're making banks out of so-called crisis. You charged my friend bank. What are you talking about? He can't even spell. Come on here and chat, man. Come on here and chat. Oh, I need to go to bed. This guy takes forever to type, too. You know what? This guy's probably a scammer. Careful, guys. I talked to one guy once who like I think did some time for identity theft or something. I had a discovery call with him. I'm like, I don't feel safe right now. I feel like me being on a Zoom call with you, like I'm gonna go check my bank accounts and they're all gonna be drained. All right. Oh, that prison guy. I don't know that I fully believe him, though. I don't know that I fully believe him because I've been on his live sometimes and he says some things that indicate he's not in prison. Also, the posts that he posts himself like at restaurants. It just something doesn't add up. Now, he'll probably have a story around it, but I don't know. All right. All right, Vax Injured's getting banned. That's just weird. I do wonder what Pradeep is up to. Hopefully he's okay. All right, good to see y'all. We'll see you next time. Make it a great day or not. Choice is always yours. Bye-bye.